It's Sunday morning, and I teach on Sunday mornings, but I'm actually too busy planning this gay club, which it's not a gay club because like it's actually the chill spot, which is where I would hang out a lot. And it's also heaven, and heaven's for people that aren't gay, but hell is where people are gay. But it's more like, I think you might like, say Kanye wants to get dominated. He wants to get BDSM done to him in front of like an audience. Like, well, people are down there and they're just walking by, and there's Kanye getting BDSM done to him, which is like they're hurting him sexually, but while doing sex stuff, like because he's got a dominatrix or whatever. Like, would that be the kind of thing that you could do in hell? I think hell it might be very expensive to get tortured in front of people in hell, but I don't know. There could be like spanking areas and stuff. But like as I'm talking about this, I'm talking about like. Being a like a pimp, because like say that you're going to the rave and you want to be a sex worker there, like you might have, like even if it's like you and one other person, like one of you guys might want to have the freaking signal thing that they're wearing to say that you're a prostitute, so that people can find you. And so like you have to like pay like an additional fee other than just getting in order to like have those. It could be like light up things. I don't even know. Like people can have like I don't know how it works. But he's saying like, do not give your soul to whores, lest you lose your inheritance. Do not look around in city alleyways and in its deserted places. Do not wander. Turn an eye from a shapely woman, and do not ogle beauty belonging to another. By a woman's beauty, many have gone astray, and from its fondness flares up like a fire. With a married woman, do not sit down at all, and do not feast with her at wine, lest your soul incline to her, and by your blood you slip into destruction. So this is a lot, and like the reality is like I might even be with escorts because like I'm from like a sex trafficking world, and the reality is like I have a penetrating understanding of the situation and penetrating knowledge of the situation. Where like I don't know like what the situation is with whoever I'm going to be with, because I don't know, but like a lot of my friends are like probably prostitutes and stuff like that, and so like, but I have a knowledge of the situation, which is like there's a reason that this is set up this way. Like this is like there's a reason that the outcome has been this, and I generally have stayed away from prostitutes always, and I think that Elfton's, or this is Las Vegas, is a place where you can like meet someone that's like not a prostitute a lot. So why would you not want to be a prostitute? I think it's especially because like you want someone to like view you as not a prostitute, and I think you want to be in a relationship with someone that you don't view as a prostitute. Like I think some people want to buy you, and like they love that they can pay someone to do something, and there are some people who like don't like really want to buy someone. They want to be with someone as an equal, and they want to view them as like an equal partner. And like part of having a penetrating understanding of a lot of situations for a lot of people is having their partner, because their partner adds that sort of information to their relationship. Like it's like one person's a doctor and another person's a lawyer. Like suddenly they break up, and it's like, oh no, like everything I always ask him about, yeah, like he's gone, and like everything I ask her about, like, oh no, like this is what like people don't know how to function when they break up, and they like, a lot of the time because like their partner is like that much of their knowledge. Like people become a part of one another, and so like I think you want to have respect for that person, and I think that people don't respect prostitutes, and like I think. This stuff a lot of the time was about like breeding rules. Like it was pretty serious about it, but like there's this part right here: do not be jealous of the wife of your bosom, nor teach an evil lesson against yourself. Yeah, he's having trouble translating that, but like I think the reality is that like people that have jealousy of their wife, like because she's talented or something like that, like that's like the number one thing that holds back people from being able to have good relationships with successful women. And I think there are a lot of people that do have trouble being with successful women, and that's why there are a lot of men that want to be with their secretaries instead of with their actual wife. And I think that like, is a problem, like, culturally. And like, I've been very open that I'm a feminist, and like, I am like serious about it, because I'm a person that understands the world. And I think that part of me being on earth and me being a preacher is me talking about feminism, and me like being that serious about women being actually equal, and like women being viewed as equal. And I think that like it is a very, very weird world that we live in. So, I mean, it's like they're equal even in the United States, while they're not. And like, and we're always moving towards equality. And like, I think we should always be moving toward equality of from a perspective. Like we actually view them as equal. And like, I'm sure people are concerned about gay clubs. I don't care if people are gay. Like, I'll never care. Like, I'm the last person that cares if you're gay. Like, I think that gay people tend to be funnier, because like they're different, and like sometimes they say gay stuff and you're like, oh gosh. So I think this is a pretty solid rule. I mean, like, with a married woman, do not sit down at all, and do not feast with her at wine. Like, don't get drunk with her, lest your soul incline to her, and by your blood you slip into destruction. Your soul has inclined to her. Oh, because like, I mean, because you don't want to like encourage her to have a bad relationship, because people can start having bad relationships because of the situation that you put them in and you put yourself in, and next thing you know, you're not really in your relationship. And like, I think it's not always the rule. I mean, I think that people like that are sexually satisfied like can handle being around like very attractive married women that are like not their sexual partner. And like, I think that like that's like probably a good lesson, is like you should be sexually satisfying your partner, and your partner should be sexually satisfying you. And if you're not sexually satisfying one another, then you should probably communicate better so that you can sexually satisfy one another, and you should be more open-minded to them. But like, and so like, if you are super sexually satisfied, like really, it's not that big of a deal to be around a married woman. And like, and you can have a good friendship. And if you're the type of person that can handle being friends with people, that's good. And not everyone can, some people can't. But I think it's like a good characteristic that you can handle being around women. And this guy was in a different time in history. He was in a time like before like deodorant. Like, he was in a time before laws. Like, really, like, he was in a time with like a crazy ass religious dictatorship that was like that serious about people not sleeping with the wrong person. Like, that was like the number one priority, was like making sure that they didn't breed with their cousin to screw up the human genome. And so like, that's why it's kind of like that. But like, I mean, I do think like the best way to not give into temptation is to like not have the temptation there at all, and or to become a person that doesn't care about the temptation. And but like, when it comes down to it, like, for when a person dies, he inherits creeping things and beasts and worms. He just goes in the dirt and nothing, like, it's all he gets. Like, you're dead, and like, you inherit the dirt. And like, that's the thing about like what I actually believe is like heaven and hell, not what it's about. Like, I think you can do things on this earth that are awesome, and you should do things on this earth to like live, you live, learn, and leave a legacy. I think that's a famous quote or something. Like, you can leave a legacy, and that's awesome. You should strive to leave a legacy. You should strive to leave a legacy through your family, and through like the things that you teach your family, and by making your family better. And so like, but I still think that like, when it comes to like the gay people going to hell, or like what, or like these religious nuts that shape this religion, like, I think the gay people are going to inherit creeping things when they die, and so am I, and we're all going to die and go to the dirt, and we're dead, and that's it. And like, my clone will come, but it's not me.